Wagwan sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Joe Mar, and today
I'm
we're
Amy.
joined. Oh, sorry, bro.
I just come to your dog.
I don't know why me I introduce you like say a guest dog.
I move like it's a love man thing, so we're
Go to work. Do your thing.
blessings people.
I saw,
That's
I
all
saw,
man.
I saw your intro video then.
Hello, hola, bonjour,
Yeah.
konnichiwa, niha, sports fans all around the world. Welcome to this side at Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting, riveting sports topics, discussions, debates, vlogs, and lives on the internet. Alright?
Never tell a lie. Yeah, bro. But today, as you can see in the absence of Rush, but the show must go on. Emil is here. I wouldn't say to fill his place because Emil has his own place on the channel. But Emil is here to join me today, so we can bring the vibes and bring the intensity. For a quick power hour, I talk to the people then about what's relevant, as we do here on this or that Sports TV. Alright, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So today, we see Ryan big up. If you did send me the clip, me that play the clip in here. So when Ryan a big up email for him question them. Today was the press conference. Jamaica announced their squad for the Nations League match, and today we're here to dissect and analyze the squad. Speak about maybe a perspective starting 11 we'd like to see, and just interact with the people them and see badness come down, bro. So without further ado, let's get right into it, bro. The squad.
Will you bring it up on the screen?
No, what your thoughts? I must say the producer not really into the bro. So you know them way there. Yeah.
Well, personally, I don't really have a problem with it. I see where he's going for experience. A lot of the players, persons might not realize, but a lot of these players they were featured in the World Cup qualifiers. So there's no excuse for this team to not gel as quickly as possible to get the result necessary. So obviously, no Dujan Richards, but unlike other fans, me not gonna get too upset about that. Just have to trust the coach, people, calm down. I gotta talk about that in an email start, but people, just calm down, relax, and allow the coach to work. Okay? It's early days. Yeah, bro.
All right. So the squad drop. As we can see, and we know. Wait, somebody else a no sound. Who you not here? But I know the technical difficulties now. People, the producer is not here right now, and may I try to take on the job for a second. Is everybody hearing me?
I mean, no,
Yeah,
so.
it look like Robson can hear me. He said this wasn't a potential based squad. This can help me today, right now, this minute. The
Yeah.
squad is a good squad. But what if I told you that a few players who were omitted, like Bijan Richards, I think is a player who can help me right now. In fact, I think he's more capable of helping us than let's say a Trevante Stewart, who was called up, right? In my opinion. For the most part, the squad is good. I'm happy with some I'm happy with some inclusions. Some people that we've wanted to see for a long time. Against Argentina, we didn't manage to see Ethan Pinnock, and he's back, so we're happy about that. Kanaya Boyce Clark finally being called up to the national senior team where he belongs.
Yeah.
Happy for that. Um, but I can see that he's calling this team up to play a 4-4-2.
You think?
First and foremost. That's sorry about that. That's what I can see. I can see that he's calling up this squad to play a 4-4-2, bro, and I'm tired of the 4-4-2. That's a question that this or that sports Steve would have asked at the press conference today, about the 4-4-2 and the reason why we continue to push that system. What was his answer, bro?
Bro, he was just basically saying that it was just for the Trinidad game. You're calling up players from the JPL, and it is the most simple formation and tactic to explain to the players. So it's all about getting down the basics. So persons might read into that and say maybe the JPL players aren't
The non-violent
tactically
thing.
sound
Yeah.
as they should be. So that is a worrying thing the coaches in the JPL need to fix up because that is unacceptable, you know.
But even in the JPL, even in the JPL, right? Nobody's playing 4-4-2 though.
That is the thing.
So how that even makes sense? I see based on this team, he went for the likes of Trevante Stewart, he went for Corey Burke
The Mark
and
Phillips,
Shamar Nicholson, right?
our Italian
So
strikers.
so he went for Corey Burke, Trevante Stewart and Shamar Nicholson, which in my opinion, that just shows that you more one person as a big forward to hold the lines and to battle with the defenders, and then an half forward, which I think Shamar Nicholson will play that role. So I think him have Corey Burke and Trevante Stewart as that big dominative presence, giving the Mexican defenders a world of problems. And then one forward to play the half forward. We saw in the first game he had Jordan Fletcher play as that half forward.
Yeah,
And then the second game, we saw where he had Dijon Richards, right, players at half forward. And and I just Jaja, it show rush is important to decide that for Steve, yeah, like.
never tell a lie yet.
But yeah, so yeah, bro, we see where because that team that I had up a while ago, that wasn't even the team. As me come to realize, that was the team for the previous game against Trinidad. And we can see the differences in that team. Let's just go through the roster real quick, bro. So the defenders, right? You want to go through the
Yeah.
roster real quick?
The Trinidad one or the one that was called
The
today?
the one that was called today.
Okay, no problem. Defenders. Kemar Lawrence, Adrian Mariappa, Amari Bell, Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Dexter Limbekisa, Richard King, and Javane Brown.
All right, so let's break down the defenders first and foremost. What do you think about those scrap defenders? What are your thoughts on the defenders that were called up?
I understand where I was going with a lot of experience here, as I kept on mentioning about the previous World Cup qualifiers. So obviously he's going for experience here. I'm not going to go for too many young players around the back. He's going for experienced campaigners here. So that's the thought process I believe the coach has. I don't have any problem with it.
What do you think about our people? And this question goes to the people in the comment section as well. Because I have to bring some vibes, bro. So the people them can interact.
Yeah.
What do you think about Taxi? I forward back in the squad, bro. What do you think about Taxi? I forward back in the squad.
Bro, maybe I wasn't listening correctly to what he said. Maybe I misinterpreted what he said because I was under the illusion that he said that he's no longer playing international football.
Bro, but when
Eh,
you love it, bro. And, I-
Yeah,
and, I-
man.
and at the end of the day, Kemar Lawrence is one of our greatest defenders of all time. Now, definitely somebody at the left back position who has stood out for years and years. And
Yeah,
people who watch this side of Sports TV from its inception will know that I'm a huge champion for Kemar Lawrence. I'm somebody who loves Kemar Lawrence and believes that Kemar Lawrence is one of the best wing backs that Jamaica has at its disposal. And personally, I'm excited to see Kemar Lawrence back in the squad. And additionally,
yeah.
I would give Kemar Lawrence a start at left back. What you have to say about that? People won't have to say about that.
Bro, man, I know about that still. I know about that still, you know.
So
Though,
one
as
to
I said,
tell
man, I really, I mean, as I said before, I don't have any problem, but looking at the squad here, I don't know if we might go for maybe a Dexter Lambakisa in that same left back or Amari Bell. Because you know, so Dexter is versatile, so him can either go right or left.
yeah.
We don't know if
We saw
we might go Amari Bell.
we
Yeah, he
saw
might just go
Lembikita
Amari Bell.
start at left back in the first game and then start at right back in the first game. Let me see. Inside that sports. Let me read some comments, bro. 'Cause the comments them are coming.
Mm.
All right, so Stewart's a hard-working player. I don't have much. We need players willing to chop back, help guard midfield. Stewart won't play. You might talk about Kevin Stewart, I assume.
No, I think he's talking about
Oh, you
Travante.
might talk about. Oh boy. Yeah, Stewart's a hard-working
Travante
player.
Stewart.
So, well, I guess that's what I'm trying to talk about. Trevor Stewart, I don't think he'll play. I think Shamar Nicholson and Corey Burke will probably get the start. Corey Burke is a very versatile player. Don't get me wrong. Corey Burke is one of the pacier players
Yeah.
that Jamaica has at its disposal. He's also a big guy, very strong. Good in the air, but also skillful and can play out wide as well. So Corey Burke is a player that I've always rated highly. However, at his age now, I would bring the younger, more promising Dejan Richards over Corberg. But I'm thinking based on what he's going for, I'm thinking he'll probably try to go with Shamar Nicholson as the half forward and then Corberg up top. Coach needs to be challenged. When you get a chance, ask him more important questions. Yeah, we try to ask him as many questions as we can, but sometimes we don't get that many questions. We only get as much questions as we get. You understand, people? So Emil only got a chance to ask him two questions today, and that was
Unfortunately.
what he did. Him asking which two questions. Why Whisper not in the squad? David Grant, why Whisper not in the squad? Well, as somebody said, because the coach not call him. That's as far as I can say. Emil, today when you asked the coach why Dejan wasn't in the squad, I went
No, I wasn't able to ask him that question.
yeah,
Somebody else did.
I'm sure somebody asked him the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
What did they say? What did he say?
Well, he was saying that you don't want to pressure him too much. He's a young player, and a lot of things that are happening in and around him at this moment. So you don't want to put too much pressure on him, this player in a monumental game like this. That's a summary of what you were saying.
And what do you think? Do you think Deshaun Richard should be in the squad?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we saw in the Trinidad games that we witnessed his influence, what he's capable at his young age, and we always said that it doesn't matter how young you are. If you're good enough, you're good enough. So what I should have asked the coach is, did he have a conversation with Dejan about whatever issues he's currently facing that we don't know about? And that's the reason why I didn't select him. I should have really asked him that.
Bro, I haven't gotten any word personally, but I know that his handlers aren't very pleased with his omission. I can't imagine that they'd be happy about that. One day, hopefully, I get the chance. I'll attempt to ask how them feel about their mission. I probably won't even ask because the drama is probably not necessary right now within the national football program. I personally would have loved to see the kid, continue to get this experience, continue to travel with the team. But the coach really wants to beat Mexico, and we really want him to beat Mexico. So let's see how they perform. Somebody say, "Oh, you're too lie. You know, you're a taxi." Emil, who rate Kemal more than me, bro?
Bro, ignore the comment there. Ignore the comment there.
Remember say people are fight out taxi. Remember say Ryan and Guna and them man they beat me because me stand up for Kemar, People beat me now say yo, why you hold on to them old player? People beat me because I rate Kemar Lawrence. Chacha. The coach carried Iceland to World Cup. So anyone says he's incompetent is stupid. Ronaldo Williams said that. And Ronaldo Williams, may I agree with you. Him carry Iceland to the World Cup, which means him have some sort of pedigree. You get me I say? But one part of being a good and competent coach is adaptability. And playing with Iceland, you had a team of 23 Vikings, 23 big, strong, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, powerful men with great genetics who aren't the most technically gifted, right? As compared to Jamaica now, you have um, strong black people of African descent who are powerful and fast and skillful and flary. There's no way you can play the same way you played with Iceland, and carry that same style of play to Jamaica and expect the same results. Um, it's not going to work.
Bro, I asked him.
Them man are saying wanna root for Flemings. Yeah, of course. Um, the junior Flemings, we're not. in a 23-man squad, I don't necessarily believe Junior Flemings should be involved over any of these players who were involved, you know. But adversely, Junior Flemings has also been one of the most consistent players for the national team in the last couple of games. You know, so had Junior Flemings been included, I wouldn't have been upset at it.
No.
But in the same breath, I don't think Junior Flemings could have made this team. You know,
Bro,
I
I
don't
don't like I
could have
don't
made
like
it.
the disrespect. I don't like the disrespect that Jonah Flemings is getting. Bro, as in, are people forgetting what he did in the Suriname game and the other games where he scored?
Yeah,
Those games were import. Those goals were important, people. So I don't understand how we witness that, how he played that game, those games, and then we come here and then we talk like
bro.
him never do
Remember,
anything.
in this current competition that we're playing in Mexico, Junior Flemings is the leading goal scorer for Jamaica in this current competition. You know, and we have to give unto Caesar what is due. As I said, I'm not upset with Flemings not being called up in this team. However, the
Yeah.
disrespect for Junior Flemings, I don't know. All right, this is that Sports TV. Robbie Youth. Um, who gets left out between Maps and Low because Ethan Pinnock have to start? Interesting, you may ask that, and I agree. Ethan Pinnock have to start. Um, and what if I told you that if I had my way, both of them would start? You know, I'd probably start with Adrian Mariapa as my sweeper, Damien Law as my right stopper, Ethan Pinnock as my left stopper. You know, I'm play with a 5-3-2, or maybe even a 5-4-1. You know, or something to that effect, a 5-2-3, or something of that ilk. I'd probably find a way to get all of the central defenders in there. But if one had to start, you know, I think it would be Damian Lowe, of course. Damian Lowe is a better defender. Damian Lowe at this point is more versatile. Damian Lowe is bigger, you know, he's stronger and he's more athletic at this point in time. So I would go with Damian Lowe over Mariapa. Taxi was awful in the campaign. Taxi was not good in the World Cup qualifying campaign. I agree. I agree with the number one badness. But I still one of the most consistent players for Jamaica over the last 2 decades and is somebody we rate highly and somebody we would have continue to get a chance. Um, the coach was right not to include Whisper. Mexico is a top-ranking international team. Calls for experience and quality player. A bad outing could mess up the youth. That's a good point.
Very good point.
That's a good point. You know, that's a good point. I'm not fight with that point there. Like, him come on, him have a bad game, and people start say, yo, him what at least get me, so that might affect him confidence. You know, that's highly likely. But also, I can see a world where Dijon comes on in the 70th minute and gets a break and runs on a Mexican defender, cutscene, gets a penalty. You know, Leon Bailey or Ravel Morrison or Shamar Nicholson puts the penalty away. And suddenly, him come on and change the game. What would that then do for his confidence? So just like how a bad game can mash up the youth, you know, a good game could really, you know, elevate his game to the next level. So there are two flips of the coin. Um,
And we both know that Dujan strives under pressure.
yeah.
That's what we've seen of his game. So yeah.
All right. Where have you seen a top nation bring a youngster in the squad who doesn't prove himself at a high level? If you can name me one, I will never comment on YouTube again. To be honest, bro, that's not a bad point. That's not a bad point. But they are trying to think hard for one. I guess we can say, I don't know, Garnacho, you know, recently got a call up. I don't think Garnacho has done enough to get an Argentina call up. Would you say? Would you
You
say
think so?
Garnacho has done more than the likes of Buendia and other people who didn't get called up? I don't think so. But Garnacho managed to get a call up, you know, so that's a situation. But then again, Garnacho has scored goals in the English Premier League.
Very
So
important goals as well.
so yeah, so I can understand his point. I can understand his point. Who wears the armband if yeah, as I said, Roger Scott, he has scored important goals for Manchester United. Don't get me wrong. Who wears the armband if Maps doesn't play? Well, let me read that properly. Robbie Youth. Yeah, the captain of the national team is Andre Blake and the vice captain is Damien Lowe. So Adrian Mariappa, I think, is the third captain. Um, People are saying that Whisper should not play in the JPL because he may get hurt. Do you believe that Mexico is going to lotion or powder any player? Mexico is coming to pull teeth. Yeah, Eagle Republic, but what people are saying is that him playing against Mexico in a game that really, really matters to qualify Jamaica for the finals of the Nations League is worth getting hurt in. As compared to playing in the JPL, that means absolutely nothing. So that's the difference. That's the comparison. Junior Flemings is the leading Junior Flemings is the leading goal scorer for Jamaica in the Nations League. He has 3 goals in the Nations League right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the competition that we're currently playing in. We're going to play Mexico in the Nations League, and Junior Flemings is the leading goal scorer for Jamaica in this current competition that we're playing in. Erling Haaland, 19-year-old, bring 19-year-old Michael Owen. Oh, England bring 19-year. Yeah, to be honest, I understand the point where Kanye make. Not many young players have been given the chance in big national teams unless being proven. But in the same breath, the youth just get signed for Chelsea. You get me? I say. So I think him being signed for
Yeah.
Chelsea is kind of what validates him being called up into the national team. Everybody is on him, not carrying Whisper, which is not even playing senior football, and Hutchinson is so far better. Um, we were also on him about carrying Hutchinson. We did want this. I believe that Hutchinson should have been there over Demari Phillips. But then Emil was at the press conference and they also asked about Omar Hutchinson. Emil just get cut out. But yeah, Emil was at the press conference and they just asked about Omar Hutchinson, and apparently Omar Hutchinson, opted not to go because he cited personal reasons. So Omar Hutchinson, I don't think was omitted from the squad, but he opted not to go. That was what was released. Whisper is talented, but not playing week in, week out in a senior team. Chelsea signed Michael Hector, he was garbage. Well, good point. So are you saying that Whisper is garbage? I'm saying the fact that Chelsea signed Michael Hector was um, definitely proof enough that Michael Hector should have been in the national team, which he already was in the national team by the time Chelsea signed him. But the simple fact that Chelsea signs a player, I think that validates him being selected in the national program. Um, any other small, yeah, and exactly. So we are compare big nations like Argentina and England. A country as small as Jamaica with a talent that has been signed by Chelsea recently. I think that's enough. I think that's enough validity. I think that's enough validation for him to be in the squad. But yeah, bro, tell the people what Hallgrimson would have said regarding Omar Hutchinson.
Said it plainly. Personal issues. Never went in depth. Personal
That's it.
issues why he's not there. Yeah.
So is it so are you saying that Omar Hutchinson basically he got called up but he didn't take up his call up?
That's all we can take from it. For whatever reason.
Hmm. I disagree. I don't think for Jamaica national team, somebody said them don't believe that being signed for Chelsea make them sure for the Jamaica national team. Me not say for any national team in the number one badness, but me I say for the Jamaica national team, yeah, I think that's enough. I think I personally, and we can understand if people want to disagree with me, but I think I personally, somebody being signed for Chelsea FC, I think that's enough.
Put it
Enough.
into context, bro. Coming directly from schoolboy football.
Yeah, I think that's enough validation for him to be playing at the national senior team.
So people are no more than Chelsea. No more than Joe Shields.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. me know something no more than Joe Shields. And if Joe Shields believe that Dijon Richards can be one of the top players in the world in a few years, then why wouldn't I, as well call him up? I
Yeah.
like Corbert's work ethic, and I would have liked to see Tyler Roberts, especially if we're trying to press. Yeah, but the thing is, if we now call Whisper, we definitely not call Tyler Roberts. No disrespect to Chelsea, but they know nothing about how to sign a good striker, especially at the senior level. As I said, everybody who Chelsea signed as a striker at the senior level, we see them a play first team football at a top six league in Europe. So that's something that we see. So people cite the likes of a Callum Hudson-Odoi, bro. You get me? I say, like, what is Hudson-Odoi doing right now? If Hudson-Odoi was Jamaican, do you think he starts for the national team?
Easily.
Easily, right? And that's the type of player that Chelsea shoes away, right?
Look,
A Callum Hudson-Odoi is the type of player that Chelsea just tosses in the rubbish bin. So if if Whisper can become a Callum Hudson-Odoi, which is somebody where them say Chelsea just dash with, we're good. You get me? I said that's a top player. That's a top attacking player for us. So people are saying Chelsea is not good at signing young forwards. Chelsea is bad for Whisper development. I don't see how Chelsea bad for Whisper development, and that's something I always want to see. He might go, they might go loan him out. And if him don't make the Chelsea level, then they might go sell him, right? How is
yeah.
that bad for a player's development?
I think persons are stuck on the fact that he signs for Chelsea and they're expecting him to stay at Chelsea forever.
Yeah, bro, and that's what I say. Like, bro, two people when we talk about Mason Mount and Christensen. Mason Mount signed at 17, Christensen signed at 16. What are Mason Mount and Christensen right now?
Star players. One is for
Star
a star
players.
player for Barcelona, the other one
Yeah,
is a star
exactly.
player for
One of them a
Chelsea.
Chelsea star man and one of them a one a Barca star defender. When
Yeah.
them signed Christensen at 16, you know that they loaned him out for 2 years in a Germany. And you know that Mason Mount got two loans before coming back and being a first team player. So like so like people that say, oh, am I gonna sign for Chelsea? Do I expect him to sign for Chelsea and play over Kai Havertz? No. You get me? I say, do I expect him to play over Mudryk? I don't. You get me? I say. So yeah, Andrea Santos. Andrea Santos is somebody who Joe Shields compared him to in a corner. Said Andrea Santos and Dejan Richards, them him put them upon the same level at talent and way them play. So somebody said Mount is average. Last season, this season Mount was average, but last season Mount was them star man. You get me? As everybody did love Mason Mount. Mason Mount was doing the heels and bounce. This season Mason Mount has not had a good season, but Mason Mount was absolutely them star man last season. Yeah. I thought about Joe Shields in the top scout saying, them say you can ask Emil. He was there. Him use the line a Santos signing from Brazil, and him say him put Whisper in that same class of player. That's the exact same class of player him put Whisper in.
Literally.
Um, no, him not gonna get loaned to an English club. Him not gonna get loaned to a international club. Bro, and Mr. United said, and Joe Shields, who is a top scout in the whole entire world, if not the best scout in the whole entire world, literally said this. So by 22, he might go be at a Champions League level. You get me? I say that is something where Joe Shields said. So even if he's not at the Champions League level, bro, people keep on and say Chelsea kill talent, and me I think about Callum Hudson-Odoi, bro. If Dujan Richards can be Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's one of the best Jamaican players them of all time. Think about it now, bro.
I wouldn't say best of all time, but he's up
If
there.
Dujan Richards can become Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's going to be one of the best Jamaican players of all time.
I'm not gonna say that still.
So who would have better than Callum Hudson-Odoi? Chippy?
Mm,
Ricardo Gardner, who enough people say are the greatest of all time? Probably, but not necessarily. Ricardo Fuller, no. So that's why I say if Whisper can get to the level of Callum Hudson-Odoi, bro, and that's undershooting it. You get me? I say, man, say Fuller 10 times better. Right now, first of all, Luton Shelton never even played in the Premier League, bro. People are say Luton Shelton. Let's not go there. Ricardo Fuller. Me have that debate. You get me? I say, I think Ricardo Fuller and Callum Hudson-Odoi them dep on the same level. You get me? I say, bro. Me have that debate. Them dep on the same level. Ricardo Fuller, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ricardo Gardner, them dep on the same level. In terms of talent, Leon Bailey is Leon Bailey is a cut above that level. In terms of talent. You see me? But
What metrics they use for compare Hudson-Odoi to Fuller?
what do you mean what metrics? Everything.
Metric
Let me see what the comment
goal
section
scoring,
said. People,
impact on team.
yeah, him score more goals. Fuller never scored this one bag of goals. Well, before me talk foolish, let me
You
look
need
for it.
for research that first, bro. How much goals Hudson-Odoi have? Because I'm sure him not have more than Fuller.
Well, like I find out. Remember, you know, Callum Hudson-Odoi at 22, you know.
Yeah, so him still have room
So
to.
there's no way him can go score as many goals as Fuller. You know. I must say.
The potential is definitely there. But based
Huh?
on what me I hear them, they are Bayern Leverkusen and stink up the place, you know. Must stink up the place. So who's the same goalie will fall out from Bayern Leverkusen?
Where you say
Could
Him Gully not at that level.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. You're right. As I say, I'm at 22. I retract my statement. Him, me give Fuller, I'm not going to give Luton Shelton. I'm not give Luton Shelton. Because I play at higher levels of football than Luton Shelton. You get me? I say, so me give them Fuller. Um, but I'm not going to give them Luton Shelton. No, me I say Callum Hudson-Odoi is average. People understand what me I say, you know. I not say Callum Hudson-Odoi is a big player, you know. But what I'm saying is, if that is a player where them say Chelsea kill him development and him grow, right? If Dijon Richards' worst case scenario is Callum Hudson-Odoi, that's not terrible. That's what the point I try to say. You get me, I say?
You know, get into the midfield, I still answer the
One
comments.
talk to the people, them, no, bro. May I read the comments?
At the midfielders, the more I get into, you know.
Also, go on, no?
Alright, people. Ravel Morrison, Daniel Johnson, Demario Phillips, Kevin Lambert, and Jonathan Russell. So this is for you, bro, and the fans out there as well. What have you seen of Jonathan Russell?
Not much. Not much, not much.
Unfortunately, I only get to see a few clippings, but he seems like a very imposing figure. You know, dominant, very tall, very strong. He look like a threat from the box. He have a good touch for him size. I saw this highlight where I think him got across the ball and just looped over the goalkeeper. Said a very brilliant goal. So, but I'm working off of little, so I have to see if the coach. Well, he has to. Coach definitely never call him for not use him. So hopefully in this Mexico game, I'll get to see more of him and see what type of player he is completely. Watching a full 90 minutes of Jonathan Russell.
You can see the comments, bro.
No, I'm not look on the comments, dog.
Like, so you have to learn how to hold the people, bro. While me I do my research, bro, you have to talk to the people, them you have to interact, bro, you have to talk to the people, them you have to go build up that aspect there, bro.
Yeah, that is true. Remember, so I'm still young in the game now. I want to bring me in this one, so.
And look for you, you look old.
But they all learn it, you know.
Bro, you have to keep the people them engaged while I look on them something there real quick. Cause remember, the people that kill me, man. 'Cause
Well,
apparently Luton Shelton are this big Premier League ball. I remember, Luton Shelton give me some of my biggest dreams and hopes, bro. So I have to look. So
so the
apparently Luton Shelton play 3 games in the Premiership.
three.
3 games. You see how the people them a beat me? Let me talk. So yeah, so I'm gonna see what people are say about Luton Shelton. Cause
Mr.
people are
United, Devon Porter.
either. Eh?
Look on Mr. United comment.
What am I say?
He must say he wasn't as productive goal wise as Luton Shelton.
Yeah, but that Luton Shelton are not a Premier League goal, bro. Like what we are talking
So,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, you see me. So people always say some things now when I talk and I'm like me either, but it's a good thing to Google did it. As I say, internationally, Luton Shelton are our best striker. I agree with that 100%. Like Luton Shelton scored the most goal for Jamaica. You get me? I
Yeah,
say, the most prolific
international
Jamaican striker.
reggae boys.
I think
Greatest
I,
reggae boys of all time.
I think Shamar Nicholson is going to pass him. I think Shamar Nicholson is going to score 35 goals for Jamaica. You get me? I say, you know who else I think can score more than 35 goals for Jamaica, bro? Guess.
Deshaun.
I genuinely believe say man come score more than 35 goals for Jamaica as well. You see me? Luton Shelton does not know Premier League baller, bro. Make the man them make that perfectly clear. Luton Shelton was not no Premier League baller. I make that perfectly
So the
clear.
people that make that point they say my Premier
Me
League
no know all
baller.
the people that make that point. Luton Shelton play a lot in the championship. We play 3 games in the Premiership. You get me I say? Before I move on. So the people that beat me like say me I eat that Luton Shelton was no Premier League baller. We see Callum Hudson playing in the Premier League, we see Callum Hudson score Premier League goals. Luton Shelton, Callum Hudson at 22 in him, have enough more for go. But Luton Shelton is not Callum Hudson at all. Me take Ricardo Fuller, fine. You see me, Ricardo Fuller was a big baller. So a blasphemy that for compare Ricardo Fuller to Callum Hudson at all.
People understand say an international football attack, a club football.
But Callum Hudson-Odoi can't make film international team. No time. Well, then
Exactly.
again, him switch allegiance now. So we see how him end up play for Ghana. But like for England for the longest while, Callum Hudson-Odoi couldn't play international football. So we couldn't use that. You get me I say?
Exactly.
No, as I say, Shelton Shelton good enough, but bro, a different grade. Shelton was a player who made a living in Scandinavia. And I one of my favorite baller them. You get me I say, but me I go talk it as it is. Me
Me I
not
try
rate
to bring
Callum
facts, but
Hudson-Odoi.
the people them want to bring
Me not rate Callum
emotions.
Hudson-Odoi highly. Me just a show you say, yo, people say Chelsea kill people career. The youth are go up on loan. The youth are go up on loan in a some club in Europe, maybe Belgium, maybe Netherlands. He might go up on loan for 2 years, maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
But I think he might go up on loan for 2 years. And we see Christiansen and Mason Mount go up on loan for 2 years. Now we see Christiansen do the same thing, we see Mason Mount do the same thing. You get me I say? And me I say if the worst him can come out to is Callum Hudson-Odoi, if that's the worst where him can come out to, I'm fine with that. You see me? Luton Shelton, them man they make a good career, them man they are top Jamaican striker. I believe say it a go pass. Whisper at the Jamaica Island, he might go score goals for fun. I agree. Chelsea kill career free. I,
Or
I don't I don't think Chelsea kills career. I think players go. Them not good enough to make Chelsea team, them have to find them way somewhere else. I just saw the badness come down. Alright.
somebody's saying, what's the hype about John Russell? Just another below average baller. So people, people talk to me now, people. Who in the JPL or someone that is available have them passport and that can easily replace Jonathan Russell right now in the JPL right now, or somebody who plays midfield for Jamaica that wasn't called up for the squad. Somebody that is playing, what him playing Championship or League One.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand people or not disrespect the man. The man is having a brilliant season. Man is having such a good season. Man is 22 years old, still room to develop. Imposing figure that people, boy, I don't know. This are probably the best central defensive midfielder we have right now at our disposal. A
So yes, sir,
position that we've been have problem with.
you feel say a time for trigger the 4-3-3. Know that we have John Russell for clock it up.
Yeah, I mean, as me said in the press conference, the coach clearly stated that I asked him if the 4-4-2 will be a staple going forward in our Jamaican football. And I asked that question because people always ask that question. I asked the question just to get some clarity, just to end it once and for all. The coach said, no, it depends on the game. So if the game calls for a 4-4-2, he will use it, but that is not the staple going forward. He is capable of switching it up depending on what the game calls for.
Yeah.
Simple.
Somebody asked me if I think so Hudson are better than Bailey. No, I say Bailey cut above them. I say Bailey in a class above that class. In a class above the full of them, above the Hudson are them. I say Bailey above that class there. I say that. Oh, Callum Hudson are better than Leon Bailey. No way, Jose. So I never say that. Alright, this or that. KY say, yo, John Russell is coming out of the Chelsea youth. All the way up to under 23. You get me? I say, there's another player. And that me I try to show you, bro. If players come up in the Chelsea academy and them just not good enough for break into the first team, them still are gonna make lucrative careers out of football. You get me? I say them still are gonna branch off to different clubs and them are gonna do them thing and them are gonna make them money and them are gonna still be good footballers. Um, right now, right now this youth might be the best player we have at our disposal.
You saw the comment from KY.
Yeah.
John Russell is coming out of Chelsea youth, all the way out of the U23s. He won the PL2.
Yeah, that me just read a while ago. I mean, I say, bro, it's just another player where people might say Chelsea kill him career, but me that look on it in the opposite way, so Chelsea give him a career.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, do you think he should have signed for a Genk or one of these other clubs instead of going to Chelsea routes? No, Chelsea can pay more than those other clubs, and Chelsea is still going to loan him to one of these other clubs. So him sign for Chelsea, him literally I go get loaned to a Genk or a Ajax or a next developmental club in a Belgium or Netherlands or Germany. Him still I go end up playing for one of them club there, you know. The only thing is him I go sign for Chelsea and I get a Chelsea player salary. So why me that ever sign for the club where I go give me less money? Why not sign for the club where I give me more money and then still I go loan me out to one of those clubs? So
That makes sense to me.
I don't have any issue with him signing for Chelsea as long as him get the right loan move.
Mr.
Um,
General, him say him don't pass the eye test for me. John Russell average player. Better him did stay home. Him have to prove me wrong. But John Russell not ready. So who better than him right now in the Jamaican team? In that position, Mr. General. Answer me that question.
right.
I'm waiting for you to come in. Tell me one Jamaican central defender, whether it be in the or
Central
domestic
defensive
league.
midfielder. Yeah, whether playing in JPL or playing in the MLS or the USL or anywhere that's to the likes of John Russell. Kevin Stewart is somebody that I'm high on. I'm very bullish on Kevin Stewart, but Kevin Stewart of course can't stay on the field for saving mother life. I'm not very familiar with John Russell. We also called up Kevin Lambert. So that's somebody else that's there. So I don't know. Um, I, in terms of who is a greater reggae boy, in terms of who is a greater player, Ricardo Fuller is a greater player. But in terms of who is a more talented player and who is a better player, I think Leon Bailey is. I think Leon Bailey is the most talented and most gifted Jamaican player ever to play for Jamaica at this point. In terms of probably Walter Boyd up there. You get me? I say in terms of just naturally gifted and talented. No, Ricardo Fuller make a solid Premier League career out of himself and him score Premier League goals. Same thing with Ricardo Fuller. Ricardo Fuller play a solid Ricardo Gardner, sorry, play a solid Premier League football and carry him team go Europe and do a lot. So are those players greater than Leon Bailey and have better careers than Leon Bailey? I think they do. But is Leon Bailey like a better baller and like more skill and more talented, have a higher ceiling? I think he does. So that's just my belief. Is Leon Bailey the most talented? Like you say, yo, pick some ball off of the wall based on talent. I think Leon Bailey are that in terms of a greater player, a player who's contributed more to the national program, 10 times out of 10, Ricardo Fuller. You get me, I say? But I think in terms of you talk about just isolate football, talent and ability alone, me da give Leon Bailey. Um, Man say Fuller more skillful than Bailey. Ricardo Fuller did skill still, but I just believe say Leon Bailey is, you know, at the heights of talent and in terms of potential and just raw ability, I think Leon Bailey have that. But but definitely Ricardo Fuller to this point have had a better career. You get me, as undisputed. A better reggae boy, a better Premier League career. Don't get me wrong. I now say right now Leon Bailey are the greatest reggae boy because I don't think he's even in that conversation. But in terms of you talk about isolating talent and his ability for just play ball, one of the most naturally gifted players that Jamaica has ever seen, without a doubt. Um, so that kind of my humble opinion still. As I say, I just a little YouTuber who make up things to get views. As Sir P would have said. Yeah, and that other thing, I know Leon Bale not prove nothing. Which is why I'm still gonna have Ricardo Gardner and even Theodore Whitmore and Ricardo Fuller higher than him on certain levels. You get me, as Andre Blake, Donovan Ricketts, so on and so forth. I gotta have them at a higher level than him. But when you just isolate football and ability, I have to give it to Leon Bailey. Genuinely have to give it to Leon Bailey. But as I said, don't take my word for it. We just have to watch and see. Um, Bless up, Joe, do you think people just read some comments? Marlon, truth about Leon Bailey. I just threw Walter Boyd up there too in terms of natural talented. But then again, me by 98, you get me, I say, so at the end of the day, my time really start at 2004, 2005, 2006. That's when I really start get like immense knowledge, of the game, start watching the game, start seeing players and so on and so forth. In terms of a career, Leon Bailey career can't touch Ricardo Fuller career. In terms of contribution to the national team, as a reggae boy, Leon Bailey can compare to what Ricardo Fuller do. I'm not saying that. But in terms of like whom I think is a better player, like pick them off of the wall, me da pick Leon Bailey. Jermaine Hugh, top of Whitmore, Jermaine Johnson, above Leon Bailey in terms of skill set. Well,
Yeah, bro. So may have some technical difficulty. So what the people must know? Mr. General, you answer me yet?
the people them must say because I believe say in terms of talent, Leon Bailey are probably the most talented Jamaican football player all time, if not one of. Over the likes of the players who make them career, people are beat me for it. But I say go. You get me, I say. Um, People that disagree, people that agree. I now say Leon Bailey have the body at work like what them man they have. You get me, I say, I never dare say that. Ricardo Fuller was a staple in the Premier League. You get me, I say? A Premier
Yeah.
League household name where everybody in a England know about Ricardo Fuller, know what him can do. Big player in the Stoke setup while Stoke in the Premier League. One of the greatest record boys of all time. That's definitely something where they did. You get me, I say? Even Ricardo Fuller never scored a lot of goals for Jamaica either. You get me, I say? Like, I can almost bet Leon Bailey will come score more goals than Ricardo Fuller for Jamaica. I can almost bet my life on that. So that I can happen. You get me, I say?
Yeah.
So, people like I say what they want to say. You get me, I say? And me have certain beliefs. Ricardo Fuller is a player that me rate highly. You get me, I say? I go to stadium and I make nice Ricardo Fuller, when Eiley move forward, things happen. But as a player, we play for Jamaica 72 times as a forward. You get me, answer, and don't even score double digit goals. And I hate when people do this. I hate when people make me have to outline the bad inner players to make my point because that's never something I want to do. But you think about it, that are the situation. You see me, bro? Liam Bailey play 18 games and already scored 3 goals, which I think underperform at a tremendous level. You get me, I say? But Ricardo Fuller plays 72 games and only scored 9 times for Jamaica. But in terms of a Premier League career, one of the greatest we've seen from a
Yeah,
Jamaica. But in terms
easy.
of talented, bro, I have to get Gillian Bailey. I have to Gillian Bailey. I have to do it. You get me, I say? So, them say him no them say Bailey no skill like Fuller and Gardner and Hugh and Demar Phillips. Them say Bailey no skill like none of them. Yeah.
Let me say, oh, too young. Too young.
Yeah, but can't, you get me? I say when people are gonna say things like that, bro, I can't follow the argument there. When am I gonna say him no foot in the skill like Jeremy and Johnson and them man there? I can't follow them argument. You get me? I say?
Simpleton, I say, Simpleton, simple one or whatever. Him say, injury kill Fuller.
Yeah, but, Fuller still get a good run out of it still, no, bro.
Yeah.
Fuller plays 72 games to Jamaica, you know. Imagine playing 72 games for your national team. That means you get a good knockoff for your leather, you know, bro. You get me? So that means you get a good knockoff for your leather. You play 72 games for your national team. You only score 9 goals. You see me, him play for Stoke City 182 times. And him score 43 goals. That's good output still, don't get me wrong. But people say injury kill Fuller. Yes, Fuller they have a whole heap of injuries, just like Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey suffer with injuries as well. But Fuller get a good knockout of leather, bro. Fuller get a good knockout of leather. Yeah, Fuller never score a whole heap of goals to Jamaica, but Fuller did score a lot of goals for Fuller. Me agree with that. Injury kill because if wait, Tariq Magee, how much time I have to tell you that? No, as in, bro, I'm not fight out Ricardo Fuller. Why? People always I feel like say me a
People
fight out.
always want to turn it in a one war.
It's a youth that
Why?
me love, bro. Me love and respect Ricardo Fuller. You get me, I say, bro. It's a youth where me rate and idolize as one of Jamaica's best footballers of all time. Him help put Jamaica upon the map as a Jamaican. You get me, as a yard man. We are playing in the Premier League and I score a bag of goal. So it's not a youth where me don't rate. So people are making it like say me a fight out the youth, bro. And that's not the case. Me not fight out Ricardo Fuller.
As a Duckland Stennett is asking, what has Bailey done for you to give him this credit?
As in, at the eye test, we see what him can do. We see how good him can control the ball. We see how good him can kick the ball. You get me? And so we see how good him can beat players. We see how good him can do whenever him a play at his highest level. No, am I saying Leon Bailey is a greater Jamaican footballer than Ricardo Fuller? You hear that come out of my mouth?
No.
Am I saying Leon Bailey is a greater Jamaican footballer than Ricardo Gardner? You hear that come out of my mouth?
No.
No, that's not the case because I genuinely don't believe that. But if Leon Bailey can stay consistent and manage to stay up on the field for six consistent years, playing Leon Bailey at all, that's my point. The season where Leon Bailey give a Leverkusen. No Jamaican never provide a season like that. You get me, I say, bro? I just that man try to say, is he greater than those players? No, he's not. I'm not saying that. But does he have the ability to be on that level? I think he does. And somebody said Jamaica no make Jamaica all time 11. Which Jamaica all time 11? Me no know which Jamaica all time 11 Leon Bailey no make. Because any single one of the all time 11 them Leon Bailey have to make them. But if I base on Jamaican performances, then maybe not. You get me, I say? But in terms of like career achievements or overall as a player,
Zeeks, me a time me out, you know. And so, honestly, Tariq Magee is Jamaica's best creative player. You want me time me out, Zeeks? Right now, while we're on Tariq Magee, I really hope and pray so that man find a club and get some game time. Cause we know the potential him have. We see the quality. We watch him in the Costa Rica game and all the other games. You know? So we know that he's quality. We just need a chance. So hopefully Tariq McGee gets that chance to prove Zeke's statement. When I say Zeke's a JC man.
Bro, as me say, bro, and this is a good segue into the midfielders and the other categories of the field. Leon Bailey has a tendency to be inconsistent. Leon Bailey also struggles with injury, just like other players we mentioned before. If Leon Bailey manages to stay fit and play the best way Leon Bailey can play, every time Leon Bailey play, Leon Bailey are gonna be by far the greatest. You get me? I say if him can manage to do that, but it's
Yeah.
just about if he does. But yeah, bro. So
Me still a wait for Mr. General to tell me now which Jamaican, whether locally or playing abroad, at the CDM position is better than Jonathan Russell. Oh, when self never yet watch the man. Me watch more Jonathan Russell than majority of the persons who have made this statement. So what metrics am I use for make them statement here? I want to just get up and say the man average. Come tell me how the man average and tell me who better than him. Come now, people. Tony man. Come and tell me who. For years we have a CDM issue. For years. And I must say this at the CDM position of recent.
well, email the internet will be beaten. Um, yeah, people. Real quick right now because we just hit up the 1 hour mark. What we want to do is just talk a quick 11. Kind of tired right now,
You
brother.
going to the forwards yet?
Johnson Russell gonna play a game for the country. Why we gassing him up? Who better than Russell right now? Talk up. Leon Bailey injuries behind him now. Are just inconsistency. As I said, it depends on the criteria. Because if we're talking about an all-time 11 based on contribution to the national team, then Leon Bailey would not make an all-time 11 based on contribution to the national team. But if we are talking about as a player based on accomplishments, based on achievements generally, Leon Bailey would. So it just depends on the criteria.
Sir Duckland, I'm not gassing him up. I'm just saying that he's the best we have at that position right now. And I'm asking the persons the question, who better than Jonathan Russell right now? We don't know more than Coach Hallgrimson. I'm sure if someone was better than Jonathan Russell at that position and they were available, they would be here. But who have a Jamaican passport right now better than Jonathan Russell? I'm asking the people and now tell me. No, they can't tell me. So he's the best that we have right now. That's what I'm saying.
I can't wait for see him play.
Yeah. So people just calm down. Wait until Mexico game and we see how he gets along
Well, I
in the
can't wait
squad.
for the Mexico game to see if they're going to play the same 4-4-2 again, bro.
I don't think so,
Somebody
man.
said Grant better than Jonathan Russell.
We're a comedian then I chat to
Brother, you
them,
need
man.
to explain over again that you are referring to technical ability about Leon Bailey. But me not see why if you need to explain to that if it's a conversation, a beer ball of people. You get me? I say, if me I go say, in my opinion, the greatest reggae boy of all time, in my opinion, probably Ricardo Gardner, Theodore Whitmore. You get me? I say, that are the conversation. Up there, someone put them there. You see me? Now, if me I go say the most technically gifted reggae boys of all time, bro, Leon Bailey, Affy, Leon Bailey, Affy up there in the conversation. There, you get me? I say, better than Ricardo Gardner and better than Ricardo Fuller. I just have to give them that, like, and maths or add maths, bro, or pure maths. Just by the simple things them where you see him do. No, am I saying he's greater than Ricardo Fuller? I'm not saying that. Am I saying he has a better career than Ricardo Fuller? I'm not saying that. You get me? I say? But give me Chippy at him best and give me Ricardo Fuller at him best, bro. Me have to take Chippy. And that's all me I say. Um, Bailey's the highest rated Jamaica player. Bailey's better than all of them performance against. Bro, boy, I don't know. I wonder if I'm me blind. So other people are seeing it, bro. Somebody with a, I don't know which Greek symbol that is. But them say Bailey is better than them all. He performs against top teams in Europe. What else do you need to see? In terms of raw skill and ability, bro, are the truth. You get me? That's a simple facts. The fact say him literally get move on for $30 million. Like that alone. You get me? So what more we need to see? Than the fact that him get move on for $30 million. Ricardo Fuller as great as Ricardo Fuller be. Ricardo Fuller never get moved for close to that money. Ricardo Gardner never get move on for close to that money. Not to mention Luton Shelton. Not even close. You
So
get me?
as
I
I
say,
s-
In terms
yeah,
in terms of, in terms of wages and salaries, well, Liam Bailey I make no. Liam Bailey I make £100,000 a week. No Jamaican not even brush that, bro.
what's another I
No
think
Jamaican
Simpleton
not
is
even brush
trolling.
that, bro.
I feel like Simpleton they are troll. The man tell me Anthony Grant. So Simpleton, come reason with me, cause ball game I talk about you know. I say I don't know more. What you know about ball game? I know about ball. Boy, it look like I don't know more than you know. I say Anthony Grant, huh? So come tell me, where's Anthony Grant playing right now?
Judge Grant. Anthony Grant was okay. Anthony Grant come in and him do a job. But Anthony Grant, him not good enough to play for Jamaica.
Yo Simpleton, me I say right no we know. Right no.
Somebody said the fees back then wasn't that high like now. Fine. But right now, right now, but back then, even so, them man they still never did that amongst. You get me? I say the average tier of players as Leon Bailey is. Full of any day of the week. No, me can't. If me have two of them pan a wall, I may have to pick two right now. Bro, not even. You know, say it's not even an argument. You know, say it's not even that close between like which one of them like a bada baller. It's not even close enough. That's why Leon Bailey get by for $30 million. You know, I don't want beat on the man them, bro, because a man who me rate highly, bro. But
But my
them a
thing is, you said that.
on the man
But
them, bro.
my thing is, can we really compare the market then and now? Because we know that
Exactly. No, but somebody said they were never in demand as Leon Bailey right now. Bro, none of them never Golden Boy.
exactly,
Leon Bailey was nominated for the Golden Boy Award, which means he was one of the top young players in all of Europe. You get me? I say Leon Bailey play against Bayern Munich and flog them and dismantle Bayern Munich. So I'm not even gonna talk about the transfer market. I'm gonna talk about where Leon Bailey do against Bayern Munich. Leon Bailey do in Europe. You get me? I say Leon Bailey do at the highest leagues in the highest competitions. It's not me not fight out with nobody, bro. Me not even gonna talk about the.
yeah, keep it on the football, not the marketing aspect there. Because we know, say, the prices of players, especially young, talented players, it inflate, brother. Crazy, bro. Versus back then, you get me? So we just keep it
And
on
them
footballing talent.
talk about inflation, so I say fine. You get me? I say whatever. Me I talk about the fact say Leon Bailey playing in Europe. Leon Bailey play against Bayern Munich and dismantle Bayern Munich. Leon Bailey was nominated for the Golden Boy Award. You get me? I say as one of the top young players in Europe. No, bro. So when was Ricardo Gardner playing in England as a youngster? Well, I guess 2004 Ricardo Gardner would have been too old for get nominated for the Golden Boy. But even if Ricardo Gardner coming in at 19, you see people keep on I feel like say me I beat up. Bro, me see. Oh boy.
Yeah, the man I asked, Joe Mar, did you watch Fuller go up against the world class defenders in the Premier League?
I
Terry,
did.
Village, Rio.
I did and he did
Yeah,
and him score goals against them too.
yeah.
Bro, Ricardo Fuller a big baller, bro. So me not dispute the fact that Ricardo Fuller a big baller, but why this talk so much negative? Bro, social media never exist back then. Well, as I said, I don't think it's much of a I don't think it's much of a debate, in my opinion. in terms of like raw talent, naturally gifted footballers between the two of them. And trust me, me love Ricardo Fuller. Me love Ricardo Fuller more than me love Leon Bailey. Not a joke. Because at the end of the day, Leon Bailey not come do it for Jamaica yet. You get me I say? But
I just
in
I
terms
realize something, like,
what that?
why why not the man them they are this up rush and I rush not there people are Joe Mar that people. And even change, they never edit the name tag there. And
Oh,
Joe
so
Mar name you,
me still come up as Joe Mar. I ain't rotted.
Judge a
People
youth.
the badness. People me a Joe Mar, me edit it right now. Better.
But yeah, simpleton, you have a point there. Yes, social media and the power of social media definitely can bring up a player. So when I really got there. I edit it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm change the name. But I must say, me not think is a situation where between the two players, it really close. But we will see. You get me? So we will see. Yeah, and I'm not fighting against Ricardo Fuller. Bro, you ask me who me rate more. Me rate Ricardo Fuller more. Ricardo Fuller plays 72 games for Jamaica. You get me? I say, like, anybody will play more than 50 games for Jamaica have a different place in my heart. You see me? Anybody will play more than 50 games for Jamaica have a different place in my heart. And do I think Ricardo Fuller is greater? I do think Ricardo Fuller is greater. Yeah, but Ricardo Fuller and Ricardo Gardner and Leon Bailey are all post 98. Where Bailey do again was no joke. Bro, as me said, dog,
Bro,
we will have
okay, let me know that I
yeah,
focus
we
on
will have
nation
to
league
say. We will
stuff.
have to say. Bro, alright, you know what me can tell you is, bro?
Mm,
By the time Leon Bailey is 28,
mm.
he will have had scored more goals for Jamaica in less games than Ricardo Fuller. Guaranteed.
No, man, I thought, simpleton, calm down. You may talk. There's a other commenter because the Russian Smith was on the tag, so persons that Joe Mar was rush.
They're simply not as good and Xavier Mbappe and Fuller was top class under proven player. Let's talk about a possible starting level. Let's do that. Let's talk about a possible starting level. Me think
Okay.
in terms of talent, Leon Bailey are one of, if not the most raw, naturally gifted and talented ballers in a Jamaica, better than anybody we put against him. Now, for a career, a greater footballer, that's a different matter. I don't think him dep on that level there yet. I think he will join the party though, but I don't think he's there yet. But in terms of like raw talent, naturally gifted, the achievements him achieve, Leon Bailey up there.
All right, so
But
we'll
yeah.
start with formation. Which formation we work with?
Um, bro, we know say I'm gonna compare the 4-4-2, bro. So we could just go
Brethren,
jump.
we don't know that, brother.
We
Me I
know
try
say the man
give,
gonna
I am
compare the
trying to give the
4-4-2.
coach the benefit of the doubt. So, does the game call for a 4-4-2? Because based
Brethren,
on
no game ever calls for a 4-4-2 with any Jamaican team.
in this Jamaican team, any Jamaican
No,
team.
Brethren, Jamaica never play 4-4-2. Jamaica can play five at the back. You get me? I say with wing backs who are overlap. We can also play 4-3-3 with one holding midfielder. We can also play 4-2-3-1. You get me? I said that's something that I'd be interested in as well. But 4-4-2 should never be the case, ever.
I think he goes 5-4-1.
You think so?
I think he goes 5-4-1.
You think he might play with five and use wide midfielders in other five?
Yeah.
Alright, oh, we have that a look.
Alright then, so naturally I go with weight in the goal. I go with Jamali weight in my goal right now. Then I go with Mm. Amari Bell at my left wing back position. Then the left centre back put low, or maybe Mariappa, I'm not sure. Or put Mariappa as in as a sweeper. Ethan Pinnock on the right, and Javian Brown as the right wing back. And the four midfielders now, you don't know saying the whole thing, you got have Jonathan Russell as sit the deepest, and Keva and Ravel Morrison have the license for push up a bit. Then you have Leon Bailey as the right midfielder. Probably Corey Burke, I don't know, over on the left hand side. Because we've seen him play that position before.
Yeah, we
Dropping
have.
slightly back, but more go with Karim Paris on the left. And then play Nicholson as striker. Or maybe we go, no, take that back. Maybe I go Bobby Reed on the right mid. I go Bobby Reed on the right. And I go Leon Bailey on the left. And play Nicholson. And give Leon Bailey the role of just in and around.
Essentially, we say a Gillian Bailey have free roam. So essentially, I
Yeah.
kind of like a 5-2-3 then. So I use two holding midfielders and then wide midfielders like
Remember, so
wingers.
I give Ravel the license because Jonathan is going to sit the deepest.
Yeah.
So Ravel have the freedom for be that person who will carry the ball and make something happen. Along with Leon Bailey. So them two they're gonna carry the most creative output for you.
Alright, look how me that flip it now. My time for DJ. You have the mic?
Yeah man.
Now start Jamal with only because Jamal with a play football. And Kanye Boys Clark now play senior football right now. Genuinely believe the Boys Clark better, mark my words. You see me? At left back, beat me all in the one. 4-4-3 me I play by the way. Although versus Mexico, 4-2-3-1. Versus Mexico. You see me? But generally me I play a 4-3-3, but me I play a 4-2-3-1 versus Mexico. Just so the badness come there.
Well on the drummer, before you continue, you can put up I can send you the squad and you just
Bro,
put it
not
up
my
because
youth,
somebody
bro.
wanna see
Just
it
love
dog.
me out of my youth. No,
Somebody wanna see it dog. So the fans them ask for it dog. Yeah,
cannot
must
put
do
it
that.
up. Just leave me alone, my virgin.
Oh, and simpleton, but that's how I work with the 5-4-1 now. If it was really up to me, a 3-5-2 we work with. Three at the back, five midfielders and the two strikers them. But me just I think within myself what the coach might try. You get me? I say, so I never really mind that. Me, I think to myself what the coach would have really try. Something different from the 4-4-2.
You always have come go down some road, but send me picture. As me say, people, my own the 4-2-3-1 considering so I could play against Mexico. But generally, especially for this World Cup qualifying campaign, considering that we're not going to play Mexico, not going to play Canada, we're not going to play USA, 4-3-3. But for that game, yeah, I can line up and I can simply say, yo, boops. Taxi, come back in, my starting left back. Still believe Taxi better than Greg Lee. Still believe Taxi better than Amari Bell. Beat me if you don't want. I don't care. Kemar Lawrence until him retire, am I starting left back? You get me, I say? And and my central defender on the left side, of course, it could be Ethan Pinnock. Jamaica's best defender and arguably Jamaica's best player. Right? Suffice to say that's fine. Zine? I'm reading the comments. The one is John Russell. Alright. So yeah, taxi at my left back. In the business a man want to say. Kemar Lawrence still better than Greg Lee, still better than Amar Bell, in my opinion. Um,
Taxi?
yeah, Kemar Lawrence still better than the two of them, in my opinion. Um, Ethan Pinnock as my left sided central defender. Damian Lowe as my right sided central defender. Ethan Pinnock, the best defender in the team, easily. One of the best defenders in CONCACAF. And I think probably the best player on the national team. Yeah, him and Liam Bailey are back for that. Right now. At right back, Dexter Lembikisa. Yes, people. I'm going with Lembikisa. I believe say I'm ready. I'm believe say at time we just give him the job. You get me? I say I don't think we have a wing back that's much better than him, if better than him at all. And me that make him go on with it. He might go be my starting right back. Now and going forward. Now, my two central midfielder them. People now listen to this. Y'all listen to this, bro?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
All right. No, already beaten. No, already beaten. I got start. I'm gonna pull up the squad real quick just so I can say, all right, whoops. No. You hear me, bro?
Yeah, me, I hear loud and clear, mister.
All right. Then I got start. Jonathan Russell and Ravel Morrison as my double pivot. So Russell I got be my six, Ravel Morrison I got be my eight. A deep line playmaker. We already have play Ravel super deep. At least now we can give him the freedom for not have to sit so deep. You get me, I say?
Yeah.
But we still are gonna be deeper than him normal Ravel self, you know. You see me? But him not gonna be as deep as how we've been seeing him. So him gonna have the freedom, like a box to box type of player. Cause we see him work hard and we see him slide and we see him make tackles. I know say John Russell destroy him, I rock, him I holding midfielder, him I central, I go make everything go it's supposed to go. You see me? And then the attacking midfielder, the captain of Preston North End, I wouldn't carry him, but like how him there, still think him one of the best players. But I use Daniel Johnson as a top link. Yes, side. Daniel Johnson as a top link for dip on top of the box, to clean up, to make things happen. And my wide players, but I use Bobby Reed out left, Leon Bailey out right. And then Shemar Nicholson at the head. And that's my 4-2-3-1. So,
I understand why people have a problem with us. Cause both of we start John Russell. But keep on ask the people if you don't know more than the coach. You don't really think that the coach will call up John Russell and not starting for this game? Or I'm not gonna play a pivotal role in this team here. I keep on ask the people them for tell me who better than Russell now. Right now. And nobody can answer me.
bro, John, who better than the man? Kevin Lambert? Amen. Now say John Russell at the coming of Jesus Christ. Him now
You see
say
me that me
if
I
me
say
can
right
get
now.
if me can get Isaac Hayden tomorrow, you get me I say Ben Godfrey tomorrow and push him up in the midfield. Then me not take them and get them and feel good in myself. But at this we have though.
Are this how we have people? No, sir.
So me would have the double pivot with Ravel and would have the double pivot with Ravel and Russell. You get me I say? And so the badness come down. You know, start Jamal wait tentatively because I really and truly a Canary Boys club I want to start.
Cerebral there. This is the 18th player we are trying for the CDM position. If anyone was better at the moment, they would be there instead.
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah. So what more needs to be said?
People feel like the people them enjoy the cussing and the wiring. They enjoy it sometimes. But for this, really necessary people.
Somebody say Hutchinson better than Bobby. And if you disagree with that,
I'm not getting to that.
you have to disagree with that one, the wholly and solely. But I would have brought Omar Hutchinson over Demar Felix.
Yeah,
I'd
most
have brought
definitely.
I'd have brought the John Richards over Trevante Stewart or Corberg. But that's just me. It's a YouTuber will make up things to get views. And also hit the dislike button, you know? Hit the dislike button. Casey Palmer. That's our next submission, bro. Casey Palmer.
Yeah, somebody who has been snuffed out of the Reggae Boys program. And he's having a good season right now.
Yeah. Why? What happened to Casey Palmer?
You
What
should
happened
have
to Casey Palmer?
If I had the opportunity to add a third question, that would definitely be up top of the list.
Them say this is Mexico, the most experienced keeper must start. I disagree. The best keeper must start. To hell with experience. And then Jamal is definitely better than man.
Simpleton, you know more than Coach Hallgrimson? Just tell me yes or no. Why you not understand?
Dog, so the man named Simple One, and you call him Simpleton.
A
We just a
simple
crack.
one.
We
A
just a crack
simpleton.
the idea, dog.
A simpleton, bro. A simpleton.
A simple one, bro.
They call him
We
simpleton,
just
kind
a,
of move like
I would
one
think you
dog.
did it on purpose, you know, dog.
No man, a
Like you call the
simpleton,
man
dog.
Simpleton, kind of beat, you know.
No man, a simpleton.
We just a realize say you can't read.
Yeah, dog. A simpleton, me I call the man, brother, all this time. Simple one.
The man
As
them
me I
just
said, as me I said, bro, just tell me. Him say we've seen many coaches make bad decisions. That is true.
simple Simon. Because he used to shun
I'm bossy to number
William
one.
Force and non-fit Javon Whitson. If wait or Boys Clark start time, okay. Bro, as I said, what do I think about Trevante Stewart being called? I think say Whisper should get called over the youth. Mm. Think say Whisper should get called over him, but as I say people, just a little YouTuber, they make up things, forget views. Hutchinson better than Bobby. Can't go with up and down there, my father. Can't go with up and down there. Tall. Tall, 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 tall. Bobby Reed a big baller.
I feel like Bobby Reed traumatized the fans, you know. Every time people think about Bobby Reed, them think about how the man get the ball up on the goal line and miss it.
Joe, man, answer my question, bro. Which question that? Which question that, my father? Sorry if I hurt your feelings, Emil. Jaja.
Hurt my feelings. Huh? You do. Oh no, brother. I'm telling you, there is man, bro.
Mr.
That's nice.
United, the man on national radio said Bobby Reed was the worst. Oh,
Uh,
that him said Bobby Reed never good in the qualifying campaign still. But then again, we had so many people that weren't good. Emil, the co-host named Emil.
no man, I hurt my feelings though. I genuinely did believe say a simple thing listen. Come I heard them look like my head them.
Javon, what's the question? What you say about Javon Watson now? Come on, I know nothing about them one then. You say we used to shun decent CDMs to force in a non-fit Javon Watson. A question that we got so many comments. Whisper for play over Bobby. Still love Whisper my boy. I disagree with that as well. Bobby did not have a good World Cup qualifying campaign. But who did though? Who did? Who did? Who did? Ravel is an attacking midfielder. Yes, I agree. Ravel is an attacking midfielder. But recently we've been seeing where he's been taking a deeper role. And he's not looked terrible. You know, so me that play him in a 8, a box to box. You know, he might get older, he might get less athletic now. You know, give him the deep line role. And tell him to
Watch
pass the midfield.
watch what Zeke's asking. Him say big man thing now, Joe man course. Ravel isn't playing any regular football, but it is getting but is getting a call up, but no Maggie. Is this another Javon Watson situation?
Oh, that's the question.
Yeah.
You can't compare Ravel to Javon Watson, my father.
What a disrespect.
No, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. Come on, man. Somebody says on a really pick low, start over King. I was asking why we keep on. Boy, and to be honest, himself, why we keep on forcing in Ravel based on pure memories and wishful thinking. Maybe, you know, maybe. But at the end of the day, Tarek McGee not playing the ball and Ravel not playing the ball. The better we pick Ravel. Yeah, man, Daniel Johnson get called up. Daniel Thompson, Daniel Johnson, Tomlinson, Daniel Johnson is here in Jamaica right now. At the holiday inn, I go and sleep and enjoy my little life, you know.
Let's say we bench Ravel and use DJ instead. But in a this, assuming that him go with the 4-4-2, it's still not gonna work out because we need DJ to play further up the pitch.
Exactly. See some more comments of them earlier.
And so we need to move on from Ravel and say it needs to be done before it's too late like Hudson.
Yes, apparently Mr. Chung reached out to Mason Greenwood, but Greenwood turned them down. Richard King is good enough for one bench. And he said, Ravel is a ball genius, form is temporary, but class is permanent. And that's why we have to keep on. That's why we have to keep on starting him. Bro, you know, somebody make a good comment, I'm not gonna read it. Watson deserve credit. He has been a loyal servant for the country. Top of make the man get ridiculed now. 100% agree. Nobody will play close to 100 game for the national team. Not for go down so bad. But at the very end, we force him in, but him just never belong. But him plays so many games, practically 100 games for the country. He must did do something good, and he must did serve well. You get me? I say it's just towards the end, he get 14 and him shouldn't have get I got him 14.
North Miami. The coach said for personal reasons, that's why Hutchinson isn't in the squad. Personal reasons.
Yeah. Him definitely never deserve 100 game. I can tell you that. Him definitely never deserve 100 game. But Watson was a big servant to the nation for a long time. And the way him go out are because of how we make him go out. And that's unfortunate. But big ups to Jeff Arnold for his contribution to the national team. For sure.
I say, bro, we need to get Maggie in that position as early as possible. I am not being biased, but that youth is very creative and he loves the ball. But as I say with Tarek Maggie, we know the talent level I'm have. We just hope for the best him can find a club and rediscover a level of farm for go up on the coach radar.
Anyways, bro, if I touch upon 11, not a fan of Watson, but he's one of the players that gave the most. Ravel Hutchinson, Daniel Johnson would be a good link up in the middle of the field. I can't manage Ravel Hutchinson and Daniel Johnson. There's no defending in that middle of the field. That would have killed me. Um, yeah, I love the ball and want to intensity for the game at a higher level. Stop talking about this for the coach made his choice. How can the man turn down the call to No, as in, me not blame Watson. Watson get called. You get a call, you take a call. Now, if you blame the people who call him up at that time when he just shouldn't get called up. So, me not blame Watson at all. But big up to Watson for what he's done. That man, them keep on accepting and never refuse to know about ball. Chacha. And them a style my school. Somebody asked me if I used to play for Barbican. Yeah, I used to play for Barbican. I'm captain Barbican.
Big goalkeeper.
At,
I
at,
don't
at,
know.
at the under 13 level. You get me, I say so. It was a good little while ago, you know, a decade ago, in fact. But yeah, I play football for Barbican and play for St. Andrew. Daniel Tomlinson, same play with me. Can't you remember? Which position you play, my father?
Wait, oh,
Daniel Tomlinson. He said he did play with me. When we did play for Barbican. Yeah, bro, them time they under 13. Step out to the Dan and Band same way. You know them way there? Yeah, the good old days.
Hey, back then I couldn't tell me so Joe Mar wouldn't be a top goalkeeper, you know. I couldn't tell me that, you know.
Left back. I bet. What year you start Arden? I started Arden at 2015. So I start Arden at 2015. I got Arden to play basketball. Also played Manning Cup for them. And at one point or another, Vin Blaine did come take a look, at me and Lyndon. Yeah, but that same year, the Hakeem Chambers did a play, Juki did a play, and John from George is a good goalkeeper as well. And Arden just never do as good as we thought we would do. We have a solid team, but we never work out how it's supposed to work out. It's the under 20 team there, bro. Feel like we can make some noise. Doesn't make a Vin Blaine here about the youth and have to come watch. But you know it though. It happens how it happens, bro. And football just wasn't meant to be. But we still United, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know that, bro.
Someone asking about Joel Latibody.
I think passport situation. That's about it. And say a beer man go Arden and not one girl. And suppose me look for you and tell you say, the moment me step foot in a Arden, I see girl who I never seen in my life, bro. Yeah, man. Step foot in a Arden in a 2015, man, and it opened my eye to a whole new world. All different type of girl. Yeah, Arden High School. Optima for life. I like.
And some demon used to go there still, but we're not getting into that.
Huh?
We're not getting into
No,
that.
no, man, I made a brook I used
Just
to go, man.
no
Yeah.
man, but we remember say
I
thing
can't,
a
I can't,
normal
I
same
can't,
way, you know.
I can't remember no girl like I made a brook. I go made a brook for 5 years. I can't really remember no girl like I made a brook like that. But
Eh,
go Arden, bro, and see some girl you never seen in your life, man. A different type of situation. Not tell you that straight. Where's my go Arden as a baller, bro? I go Arden as a baller. Yeah, life was nice. That's all I can say. Life was nice. Isn't it, bro? Yeah, I remember, some of them Meadowbrook as a top man same way. I left from Meadowbrook. You see me? People never story for telling about me and this man, Emil Smith. When I did go back for playing Meadowbrook, because as I said, I go Arden, I get recruited to Arden to play basketball. Right? So Arden is a basketball school. And we go back to Meadowbrook one season. I did play Manning Cup and me and the basketball coach would follow because I did go. Strictly Manning Cup training. I never go basketball training until after Manning Cup did done. So I never did a start on the basketball team until the second round. And we go back to Meadowbrook to play Meadowbrook. That was the last game of the first round. By them time Meadowbrook done knock out long time. And Arden did done top the zone already long time. So it was a game of academic interest. But we go. I'm looking for the coach, I'm gonna say, yo, Spidey. Can't drop not less than 20 today, no, my father. You see me? I don't look on the coach and him say, yo, you still not start because you know, say this, that, this, that, this, that. I say, all right, just get me in the game and get me good minutes. Suppose I tell you, say, we beat Meadowbrook, what was it, 107 to 17?
you it wasn't that, bro.
107 to 17.
It wasn't that
And
much, dog.
me scored 18 points. And I was the fourth highest scorer upon Arden team that game there. And Meadowbrook, they have one person who score 12, 14 maybe, Rico. One of my best friend them, by the way, people. God knows we did try to get that youth there for forward at Arden, but him just decided to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so if the one you did score probably 14 points, maybe 12 points for Meadowbrook. And say, Emil give me a man never yet chopped me so much in my life like how Emil chop me, bro. The man chop me, Get fling out of the game. And the first man I see a man get kicked out of the game. And the ref bring him back into the game. And the
Remember, so the
first man.
rating started in dog as one of the best defender them out there. You know. But as me I said, dog, I never did chuck it, dog. People, I like Joe Mar tell. I never, all I do, I rest my hand on Joe Mar chest, and Joe Mar love flap. So Joe Mar fling himself on the ground. And the referee realized that Joe Mar do, I'm going to get put back into the game. So now
Bro,
listen
the
to
man
Juba.
say Arden have some ugly girls, bro. Easy, my father. When we go Arden, man. When we go Arden, we see some girl, man. Him say at theme time, Arden would never recruit for sports. I'm gonna tell you something about my year. Especially my year in grade 12 and grade 13. Our year, 2015, 2016, and 2017 was the first year Arden do it. But Arden recruit this one bag of baller. Obviously, you know, like how Jamaica take players where can't really make the England team, and we take them and we try to do something, we try to compete. So we have whole heap, yeah. I did go to Arden with coffee. And I remember one time, my first date with a one-time girlfriend was to play, a play musical where Arden did put on and Coffee was the star. From them time, I didn't know she was so good, bro. She was so good. Anyways, yeah, bro. Arden did bring in one bag of ball. Then bring in Rush from KC. You know, say needed Dede from Middlebrook. Then bring in Antsman from Georges. Antsman did play for Georges at under 14, under 16. Never make it over in a Manning Cup. Baller like Chuno, baller from Strength. What him name? Ronaldo Howard. If I'm not mistaken, we did score 12 goals for Jago the year before. We're bringing in, we're bringing in Christoph Pringle from JC. We end up got catching. Like that year, then my year, I then recruit. Rush this I getting to know. Who is this Ashley Mullins person that comment on me channel? That man can't tell the people I'm up with them later, bro. Just let me talk and enjoy myself now, man. Anyways.
Simple one, keep it respectful, no, John. You remember say little children and watch a show too, you know. You can't write them something
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
comment
yeah, man,
section.
Daniel Tomlinson, DJ Ansman.
Yeah.
Yeah, him did get recruited for come over come play with you as well. And we have this baller in the mid pitch named Tajaret Quest. You see me? And the whole camp, the whole summer, bro, this I will never stop talking about this. It was my grade 13 season of Manning Cup. My season when it's supposed to come out of the first round and make some noise. The whole summer we are play the whole summer we are play with this system, bro. What we are use Rush and this next new youth name Ariana as the two holding midfielder them, bro. You get me? I say Joseph Welch, Lando. And we all have this baller named TT where they got Jago. Go play for Jago. Them man they are officer in a JDF right now. Them man they come from Jago. Then we play Jago in a preseason. And to how good him look against Jago in a preseason. By the way, we draw with Jago 1-1 in a preseason. To how him look, Jago tell him say him half it. Go back at Jago 6 farm. So the man done ready up and everything enough for sign with Arden and we know say him a go be. Bro, me I tell you say. We play with this team throughout the whole season. We play with four at the back, Russian Arena as the deep midfielder, them and Taj as the top link. Taj, I say, oh, Taj, you don't have to run back. You don't have to do nothing. Just anything you want to do when you don't have the ball, who cares? I say when you get the ball, just make things happen, bro. And the whole preseason, we draw with CC, we draw with Jago, we beat Denham Town. I saw I got through the preseason, but you know the thing go with the ball of them, bro. You get me, I say? It's upon the very, 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 very verge for start Manning Cup with here, so Taj gonna get take back in a grade 13. Remember, we build this team around Taj, and imagine how Argentina build them team around Messi. We build this team around Taj, like Taj knows say, yo, he might get the 10 shirt same way, and he might go just run off the mid pitch, you see me? And distribute the ball, Rush as the deep line playmaker, because Rush that play 10, and I me look for Rush and say, bro, you have to go play a deeper role, because that 10 role, they are Taj one, That year that I make a whole heap of sacrifices, bro. That year that I work the hardest me ever work in my life. Realize him couldn't make the midfield. So him take on the left back position fast. You see me real quick and just hold on to the left back there for himself same way. And Christoph, him end up got catching and end up make waves of catching the other year. Bro, that year there and them never take back touch. Them never take back touch and after them never take back Taj, you never know where I do. Cause remember, we build the 4-2-3-1 around Taj as the main point. Everything I go through Taj. We build everything through Taj, and Taj just get the ball over to wingers, get the ball over to forwards. And then have one of the best goalkeepers in the Manning Cup same way. And solid defenders will end up get buyback for God Jacob. One of our next defender them we name Juba. Him never get in for academic reasons, because you know Arden stay with that situation there. So we're missing a wing back. And I saw the season end up, you get me I say, not turn out as well as it was supposed to be. So that's one of my biggest regrets in my limited sporting career. How the Manning Cup season they did end up at Arden, because bro, we did have to make nice that year there. I promise you we did have to make nice that year there. Top man, Coach Harold Thomas. You get me? I say I coach a team. Man, we are do the damn thing with Dumbo holding in the Premier League, bro. Ah, every time I think about it, yeah, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, you know. But yeah, that season there, so that would have been what 2016 season. Play Manning Cup. Oh yeah, man like Lyndon. I'm gonna forget Lyndon Roberts. Our next Meadowbrook production.
And excel out.
We're forward over and come. Lyndon didn't end up captain the team that year then. Watch you know, a bedtime now stay now. You know, I demand them, we did there talk about the little schoolboy football. Yeah, but well basketball we know say a different thing. Ball and Harden in the same sentence. As I said, bro, some baller who I just called a while ago. You have Taj where did for play for Harden. Him go Jacob. Him end up score 4 goals in a Manning Cup that year there. You get me I say TT and next you to them buy from me. Christoph. Well, Christoph there play for Mullins United the other day. We have some good ball. That season that we did okay. That season that we did competitive. Draw with catching. Um kind of get we did get beaten by Grant. Properly by Grant. But besides Grant are the only team I really did kind of, you know, have any idea of alright, so watch out now. Rebel. We are go top man James from Wilmers. Bro, I don't even know if Ryan did playing a ball for Wilmers, God. That's why I've mentioned people did play ball now, bro. Enough respect to Ryan James still. Man like Ryan. Um but yeah. Dennis Strong are gonna come on the show Wednesday if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna ask Dennis Strong about recruiting, we're gonna ask Dennis Strong about new faces, we're gonna ask him about the passport situation. We're gonna ask Dennis Strong about a lot of things, people. So just tune in and you have Trump on the channel and we're gonna pick him brain. You know, I see some good things what the JFF do. See some things what the JFF do I don't really like. And we're gonna talk to Dennis Strong about it all. So that's gonna be later down in the week. Yeah, but you know, say a bedtime now, a cutout time now. Then win Manning Cup with some baller, I don't even know them name. Meadowbrook win Walker Cup with Claude Davis. Can't say that much. And I don't know used to go Meadowbrook.
German.
But yeah, people, those what I'm saying? Why? I'm gonna tell you a next story before I left with the Arden school song. As an ex-Ardenite, me and Rush forward from KC, and me did forward from Middlebrook, and we did there par as bridging. You get me? I say we reach, I know say the energy connect with the quickness still, man. I will know say I one link from them time there. But one thing we will always make sure so we never dare go do was sing the school song. So no matter how me and Rush did it, you get me I say, and we might have female and they must say, yo, sing the song now, you get me I say participate in the little festivities. But you wanna sing it, bro, cause I one school song me know you know still. Watching the email, we build our foundation sure and strong on truth and love. Give them peace now, bro. Give them peace now.
Brother, you can't, brother. Man, I remember nothing about
You
Meadowbrook,
remember your
man.
school song?
No.
With hard work and exemplary behavior as we
As we
glorify our
glorify
Father.
Father.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Meadowbrook. We ain't okay. We'll pick up. Remember now.
so So we never really sing the audience school song, and that's something we never do from morning till night. Anyways, people, that are enough chattings about one whole heap of things we know someone don't want to hear.
Before I go,
But
dog, I ask the fans them how much them would rate this squad here, sir. The current call up what Coach Hallgrimson called this squad. What out of 10? How you rate it?
somebody says singing is not for me. Dog, and you know, they don't know something. I sing a tune, dog.
People Joe man just need some singing lessons and could have find it
Bro,
here.
one of them there, bro. One of them there, email. Me and email have to do it a job. Because email a bad artist, no people. Go and go subscribe to email channel if you want to hear some really good music. But email, when we are going to drop the collab, bro? The man a laugh. The man a laugh, bro. When we are going to drop the collab, brethren?
Brother, come and talk some football and dog and they will get in that dog. People,
Email,
how much you rate the squad?
if I play one of your video them on my channel, may I get copyright?
Yes, you will.
I'm not about to play it, because I'm not getting none of my money. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm want to play one of your songs them in a rush. If you watch right now, I can play one of your email song them.
Brother,
Alright,
Lord,
I'm
that
going to rate
man
the
keep
squad.
them 9
I'm
out
going to
of
rate the
10.
squad. More have Demario Phillips instead of Omar Hutchinson. But Omar Hutchinson him now forward. Whisper instead of Trevante Stewart. But I think this is almost as good as it gets, bro. It don't get much better than this, based on what we have available to us. Yeah, Antonio is injured.
Yeah.
Greg Lee is here. You get me? I say, rush to play the tune, that. I play the tune, my father. Yeah, speed it up still. Yeah.
Brother,
I saw
do
where I let out. So
how
yeah,
you play?
huh?
How you play?
I know that anything we feel like we play.
Anything I play in a dog and more butters that for me still.
Emil, why me I type in a channel I'm not see you, bro?
Ames official.
Ames official. So yeah. So as I said, I like the squad. It can't get no much better than it is. I'm typing Ames official and I get unofficial in there, bro.
You look so. Are you not type it good? Because to the rush I gave the instructions for deal with the live and a beer shake today. No?
I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to your channel. Why this not
It's a
judging me?
sign for keep
Eh?
it as football. It's a sign for keep it as football. Watch it.
I didn't, bro. Yeah, I'm get a YouTube channel where I talk about football, but we can enjoy ourselves little too. We come and we talk about football for how long. Suppose we want to play the bad artist music and show off the artist here, man. But yeah, bro, as it relates to the squad,
I feel I'm going to just get maybe a 6.8, maybe a 7. I
why?
feel I'm going to get that. But 9, somebody rated a 9. That kind of crazy.
Why you would have get a 7?
I just feel like that are the best ratings for get this squad here. I feel like there's still room for improvement there.
Yeah. People, as I say, people, I rap up right now. But me I left you with a little snippet of a bad song from the artist. I want to take a good listen.
People are not gonna hear that clean, bro.
You hear it?
Me I hear
Alright. I just hope that I get copyright. If you get copyright, you have to go give me money, you know. What am I tell them boy the girl say, bro?
Chigley. Dog, I'm to the dog.
I would have spent my life with you. Bubble up. Jiggle it.
Yo, Russian, I set on there, brother. Like I set me up to the brother.
I would set up, bro.
Man, them can't hear that, bro.
Now I try to find it on YouTube, I'm not see it, bro. But anyways, people, before you leave, what? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video to at least 10 people, and go on over emails and go bust the artist. Cause be a waste artist a bust. And you have bad artists like email, I'm not a bust. I'm gonna like that. And email now push the music neither, you know.
Mention Jed Spencer. Jed Spencer available. We don't even know if Jed Spencer have him passport in passport yet. We know that Kiddo have him passport though.
Ooh,
Kiddo Hart Taylor. That's his name, right? I'm pretty
you
sure
know them having passport?
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm having passport and
Oh,
thing.
that's good. I like it, you know. Double up.
But for Jed Spencer, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I'm have a right name again in passport. Yeah, man, most definitely. I know. So the coach in the press conference, the coach was saying that he's actively. Come ask him about the database and the player profile. So he said that what he told me is actively administrative staff. They are all working hard to ensure that a database is created to ensure that the players that are available, whether it be overseas or whatever, them can keep track of them, and not just at an age of 21 or 30, but even younger. So that is what they're working towards right now.
So them can't hear it. Email, send me a link to one of them. Yeah, you talk about football in the email.
I know this side
Right,
that sports TV, this dog.
right now,
Oh,
my brain frying the email. I be work, me I work, you know.
oh dog.
Bro, why I can't find your shit?
So when me type in now, me find it instantly now.
Just
Cause me
send me a
type
link,
in,
bro. People, hold on there for 1 second if you don't want. If you don't want, you can go. Because I can tell you, say, I saw we're going to close out the show. So if you don't want to go, hit the like button, subscribe, share, share the video to at least 10 people. And thank you so much for joining us today. It was a good little reasoning. We appreciate, I appreciate the people that beat me when I say Leon Bailey, technically are the most gifted player. I appreciate the people that agree with me. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna talk to
Dennis Strong.
Dennis Chung in a few, but before we go,
So me send you the link, dog.
yeah, I see it.
And just say I go wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
Think Grace did. Bro,
before
I don't
we
know
go,
about the Margaret Rebel. I feel like if the Margaret wanted to represent Jamaica, I'm gonna do it a long time ago. I don't know what's holding him up. I don't know what holding him back right now.
before we go, this is gonna be the team song for
Joe man, I'll be here things about. Alright people. That is the end of the live. If you like. So before you go, like this video, leave a comment, and share this video to as many people as possible. Boy, I don't even know. Rush. Rush, come shut down live. Cause I lift up with that. So yes people, that is